So you want to become a profitable trader. That's exactly why you have clicked on this video. Now, the good news is for you, I have helped many traders become funded and take regular payouts so they can go full-time or use that money alongside their business or their lifestyle to give themselves freedom, etc., or more time with the family. But the problem is there is so many issues out there when it comes to how do you become a profitable trader. And that's exactly what we're going to run over in this video. You want to become a profitable trader, and I'm going to show you exactly how to do that. We're going to cover what are you doing wrong, how can we fix this issue, the right way to approach trading, and obviously my process, my personal process, what I use and what have formed over a numerous years for me to be profitable. And that's exactly what I'm going to show you. So as you can see right here, we need to start with what are you doing wrong? Now, the problem is, let's get that over there. The problem is when it comes to this is most traders don't even know what they are doing. And I was the same when I first started trading. And I work with individuals who come to me as beginner traders, some who have been trading for a long time, but they can't become profitable. And the problem is you probably don't know what trading actually is. And to be honest, I don't blame you, because if you go across the board, all you will see is these types of videos on YouTube where you can flip $5 to $1,000 and $100 to $1 million, and then I trade a 300 million, etc. Let's be honest, if you're trading 300 million, you're probably not on YouTube trying to sell a $99 course. So these things here are the reason that you get duped into these types of things. And to be honest, I don't blame you. It's just like marketing. It appeals to the greed. It appeals to the get quick rich scheme, all these things, and these lifestyle gurus. Now, again, what you got to think about is the more insane BS that they show you, whether that's watches, whether that's all these things that young men want. Young men, because as you get mature and you get older, you understand that's a lot of absolute nonsense, okay? But the bigger the absolute BS, the more you fall for buying their cheap, terrible course. Now, I'm not to say that courses don't work. I make a nice amount of money teaching and mentoring students. How are you going to learn how to trade if you don't learn from someone? It's like saying you want to be a doctor and don't go to university, or a surgeon. You have to learn from someone. And the problem is with trading, there's so many scams out there and there's so many people selling courses, you never know what's a high quality or not. But the red flags are in these lifestyle videos. The red flags are in those. So again, they can sell courses, no bashing anybody that does that. I do that myself and mentorships. However, the marketing and the lifestyle is why most traders are jumping into this, not understanding, let me just adjust this light, that it's all to do with marketing. So I don't blame. Now, some people might argue with me, and you always get some troll or some person who thinks these influencers are some type of god, that they'll say, but it's been done. It must be realistic because they've done that. But we need to think logically, okay? What's the chances of anybody flipping $1 to $1,000 if you don't already know how to trade? One, very small. Second of all, if you do know how to trade, you know that the risk management on those types of trading is not what traders do. So you can see why people fall into this, because they're thinking they can probably pay some debts off, or they could probably get some house deposit, or, you know, most people try and get a flash car now and live in the back of that car, or these stupid things that people do. You can see why, but it's unrealistic. The probabilities are so far against you. It's nearly a miracle for this to happen. Okay. So forget all that. This is not for you. This channel is not for you. If you're one of those people who dreams like that, you need to get in the real world. And if you need to be a proper trader, this is the type of things that you need to be watching. Okay. Now, even for those of you that don't fall for the BS, and there's many people who watch my content who don't fall for the BS. Most people are of a middle age. They've got children. They understand exactly what they're doing. They can invest their money and they know how to trade, or they're coming into trading with a very mature mindset. So most of my community and most of you that are watching this won't fall for this absolute nonsense right now. But the problem is, even if you don't fall for this nonsense, okay, the issue is understanding what you are actually doing and how you actually win at trading. That's the key part that I want you to get out of this video. And the reason that being is you have no clear direction. There's no clear direction. And this forces you to take trades that you shouldn't be taking. It makes you think that you're being productive by maybe looking at the charts for far too long, but you're actually not learning because there is no process. There must be a process over the profits when we come into this, and we need to rewire our mindset and thinking behind what actually trading is. Without these tools, we're going to be round in circles, okay? And then ultimately, you don't study in the correct way. You believe you're doing productive work, but you're not studying in the correct way. How many times have myself and all of us thought we was being productive when actually 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 months, 7 years down the line, you're still exactly where you are, where you started, should I say. That's because we are being a busy fool. We're not being structured or being productive, okay? This then leads us to jump from strategy to strategy, YouTube video to YouTube video, free Discord to free Discord, cheap Discord to cheap Discord, cheap course to cheap course. And what's actually going is we're just going round and round and round in circles. Now, don't worry. This can be fixed. Firstly, you need to do this. Stop watching BS videos and watch educational content, which is boring. Okay, even sometimes I find it's boring, but this content right here is the boring content that the serious traders and the serious people watch, because this is where you're going to get the most content and the most knowledge for you to go on to be a proper trader, not a lifestyle trader, where all these dreams and hopes are on this terrible guru, and then you quickly find out that you're paying for their lifestyle rather than not actually trading. Stop trying to flip accounts. Now, this is massive in the Forex industry. We trade futures over here, kind of like the gentleman's club of trading. We used to do crypto for a very, very long time, but you can see that different markets attract different types of IQ levels, and futures is of a different kind of breed of a trader. Okay, you've also got options as well. Most people try and flip accounts in the Forex scene. You get into Forex, they want to try and flip accounts because that's what you see all over TikTok or all over Instagram and all this nonsense where people try and flip, like you say, the gurus that I sent you earlier. That is crazy. Okay, flipping accounts is gambling. You might as well go to the casino, learn poker, learn whatever, and do it that way, and might have a better chance. And actually, with poker, you can be strategic and do it that way, and do the actual work. Do the work, my friends. Do the work. All my students that have got paid out, I've literally committed to doing the work for 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 12, 24 months. They have committed to doing the work. And it's very, very important that you do that. And then finally, on this little point is stop chasing shortcuts. How many times in your life have you tried to take shortcuts to end up worse off than where you was at the beginning? I can tell you from experience that I've done that many a times when I retired from professional football and I was trying to figure out what I would do after my professional football career. I was looking for shortcut after shortcut after shortcut. I did not want to do the work, and stop looking for shortcuts. Now, what do I mean by shortcuts? Okay, when it comes to trading, well, those Hail Mary trades, those 20, if I risk 1,000, I'm going to get 20,000 in a trade today. Hail Mary trades, ridiculous, unless it is a part of your swing strategy. Flipping accounts for those huge winners. That's what I mean by those Hail Mary trades. Copy trading. Now, copy trading is not copy trading your accounts, because in futures, we can copy 10, 20, whatever accounts, whatever firm you go with. I use TopStep, best in the game. Make sure you check them out. Now, when it comes to copy trading, I mean copy trading somebody else who you have no idea what their strategy is. And that's in relation and intertwines with signals. We all know signals are an absolute load of nonsense. From the Forex days, when we first got into Forex nearly 8 years ago, whatever it was, if you're watching this, if you're looking at signals, how are you going to learn how to trade? They make money when you lose. They make money when you win. It does not make sense if you're going into Forex and some crypto. Now, there will be futures, don't get me wrong, where you might join a signals group in futures where you don't have to join any broker. That shows you that the the individual that is leading that group is not making any money because he's not telling you to go into a broker. Now he might say sign up using his affiliate link for a platform, but he doesn't make any money off you winning or losing. So stay away from signals, especially in Forex and especially in crypto. Huge red flag. Do not get involved in that. And if anybody tells you, oh, it's free, come into my signals group, it's free. It is not free. You are paying fees every time you win and every time you lose. So do not fall for that trap, okay? And then what this leads you to is this. New shortcut, waste of time, lose all my money, give up. Next one, new shortcut, waste of time, lose all my money, give up. And you will do this time and time again, whether that's trading, whether that's e-commerce, whether that's whatever you want to do, constantly. And you'll probably do this 4 or 5 times in trading, then say it doesn't work, it's all a scam, and I'm going to do something else, because you have gone and you have learned and been in the wrong circle of traders. All right, so that's very important. So once we've wised up to all the absolute BS marketing, as you know, we know that that's not the real way of trading. We need to look at the basics to what's actually involved in trading. And what I've done now, we've got this little table that we're going to run over, and I'm going to show you this. And then I'm going to show you my process that I have developed over the last 3-4 years, which allows me to take money out of the market on a regular basis and teach our students. So firstly, we need to look at this. This is the become a profitable trader. Very simple steps. And the first thing we need to look at is this: technical analysis. Now, technical analysis is the basics, the fundamentals of how you're going to be a trader. Now, it's not going to be the be all and end all, because psychology is by far, self-development, self-mastery is by far going to be the most important thing when it comes to your trading. And then your risk management, of course. But what do we mean by this? So I'm going to dive too much into this when it comes to going over, etc. But ultimately, you need to have a plan of how you're going to be coming into the market, whether that's each morning, whether that's each week. When it comes to technical analysis, we need our top-down analysis. So I quickly look at the weekly on a Sunday. I then come down to the daily, and then I have a look at what's going on to begin in the week. Then for each day, I look at the previous daily high and the previous daily low. They're giving me an idea of what's actually going on. So top-down analysis, again, it's a lot more complex when we work on that, but that's what you're looking for. You're looking for higher term timeframes to come down for you to then look for your entries. Then you need to look at market structure. Now, what we look for is we look for higher term timeframe levels, and we look for market structure on the lower term timeframe for our entries. And then that allows us to then understand and pre-plan our trade management. How are we going to trade that? How are we going to manage that trade as we are going through? Once we enter, once our criteria is met, how are we going to manage that trade? So that's the basics of your, the way that you need to look at your technical analysis. You then need to look at your risk management, because risk management is going to be the key to keep you in the game. You need to see this as a business. And risk management are very simple things, okay? Risk to reward. If you're risking 1 to get 0.5, you're going to be out of business very quickly. So your strategy needs to be obviously in advantage of a 2-to-1, 3-to-1, 4-to-1, whichever your setups you are looking at. Then we move on to the probabilities. The probabilities come from your stats. So if you was to take 100 trades and you stuck to your rules, how many trades do you win on average and how many trades do you lose? This will give you the base and the confidence for your strategy to work. Because you may learn from me, you may learn from another trader, you may learn a lot of things, but what you will ultimately do is you will mold that strategy by you adding your seasoning for your personal unique way of trading, which aligns with your belief system and your personality. Okay, so probabilities are key. And then your risk per trade. You don't want to be risking huge amounts. This is a basic rule. To flip accounts, you must risk 50, 60, 70, 100% of your account. That is stupid. Just listen to what I'm just saying. It is stupid. Okay. Then obviously you've got your mental models. Now, this is a self-development, whether that's meditating, whether that's philosophy, stoicism, whether that's faith, whether that's working out, reading books. I suggest you do all those types of things. Are they going to make you the best trader in the world? Absolutely not. If the day in the life is spent 90% at the gym to try and look buff, believe me, that is not what is making him a profitable trader. However, what fitness does, because it is the gateway drug to obviously the best life, it gives you the discipline to deal with adversity. So that's why you will see a lot of traders making sure they work out, making sure they read, because this develops discipline and this develops patience. Not only that, when it comes to mental models, all these aspects or elements will give you the strength to be patient, which is that aggressive patience, long-term vision. Those three added together are our systems, okay? Now, once we put these into our systems, we can then run over our risk control, our mental factors, our analysis process, our trade management, which is our capital management. And then obviously journaling these processes is what's going to develop that in the subconscious mindset. Now, when you read, or when you continuously do something and you put it in the subconscious mindset, it just becomes every day. I did monk mode in November and it was that easy for me. I felt like I actually did nothing because I've been reading and working out and doing what I need to do for the last 6 or 7 years. And that's the level that you need to get to. Once all this is then implemented, this is then gone on to our trading success. This is then where we start to take accountability. We look for back and forward testing. Forward testing is by far the best. Back testing just gives you a base. You don't have to back test for long. Once you know your strategy, look at the trades for the day, but make sure you're forward testing. We must journal. We must review all our journaling. We must have a disciplined tracking system. Now, if you go to the gym every day anyway, you're fine and you do all your tracking, but try and track as much as you can. Then once we're good at that, we can start to scale. This is massive on our levels of getting where we need to get to. We're not going to go straight in and then start going from trading $1 to $500. We must scale up, and that comes with development of our skills. And then this is continued education, people. Continue to watch these videos, continue to read your books, continue to live and develop the lifestyle that you want around trading. Will you have to lock friends off and family members? Absolutely. But you will need to do that in any successful venture that you are prepared to go down, because you have to change your environment. And that, my friends, is real success. So this is a sneak preview of what I do. I've already done a video on this, and this is my table, what I look for, and this is how I develop every single day. This is how I look to enter a trade. I do have a video on this, breaking it down again, but if you can't stay on a video for 20, 25 minutes to be successful, then you've got no chance in life. That's the reality. So let's look at this now. What this is my trading plan flowcharts. Now, I could have done a separate video on this, but I'm not going to because we've already done one before. So what I do each day is I check the calendar. What news is going to be coming out that day? Is it high impact news, no news, or trading during the New York? Whatever it may be, that's what I do. Now, there is a video on this with more detail. Go and check it out, but I'm just going to run over this. Then I'm checking my trading conditions. Do I have a bias for the day? Okay. Do I have a clear higher term time frame liquidity levels? Now, that might sound complex, but it's not when you know what you're doing every morning. And then you can see my route. So if it's a yes, I identify high probability levels. Remember what I was speaking about, high probability levels. Then I look for the foundation of the move. Is there high probability levels? Is the 5 minute giving me a candle formation? And is my 100 tick chart obviously giving me a reversal? And then if it's yes, we continue. As you can see here, we identify the structure, yes, and then we execute. Very simple if all my criteria is here. Now, once we come over to this side, what if it's no? Well, if it's no and I don't have a bias, as you can see from here, then I need a little bit more work and I need a little bit more analysis to give me reasons to get into the trade. Remember, I'm hunting my setup. I'm not just chasing candles. I'm hunting my setup on the NQ futures. So if not, then I need to identify, is it a range bound day? Is it a no volume day? Is it a news day? Is there something big that could be the reason why the market is not giving me high probability levels? I still will try and identify high levels of liquidity. consider some trades. We may get front ran now because the volume's not there. If we don't, do I have a soft bias? If I do, then I'll look for my levels again, my macro levels. Then if I do again, I'll look for my setup, and then I'll execute when it comes to that. Now, again, I have done a video on this which breaks down a lot more in detail, as in what I look for every day. So make sure you go and check that out. That on its own is a very, very simple, methodical way of getting into a trade. Now, it has taken me a while to develop that, but now I teach that and people get funded within 12 weeks and they're taking payouts within 15, 16 weeks, which is unbelievable in trading. Because believe me, I didn't take a payout for about 24 months. Okay. And now that was crazy. Then I was trading my own capital for a very, very long time as well. So that's the whole process that you got to look for. The gurus are not going to like this video, that is for sure. But if you did like it, make sure you hit the like, make sure you hit the subscribe and all that jazz on YouTube. And if you want to get involved in futures, there is a link below for Top Step. Make sure you get involved in them. You don't have to purchase anything. Just click that link and show the support for this channel who are working with Top Step. And if you need any help and you want to get profitable trading, then again, book a call with me. It will be with me and we will speak and see if you are a good fit for us and we are a good fit for you. As always, God bless, and I'll see you on the next one.